Hello! How's everybody doing today? How are we all doing? Morgan, Uva, Zoe, hi. So this is the silly thing we're playing today. I call it Don Don. While laddering on stream last week, we lost to a Electric Seed Miraidon next to Symbiosis, Covert, Cloak, Oranguru. And I was like, well, you know what? That's pretty heat. Well, it's Don Don, because it's got Miraidon and Groudon, so it's two Dons. So the idea is you send a Miraidon or Guru, get the Covert Cloak onto the Miraidon, so you get a defense boost right off the bat, and you can safely go for like a couple Combine boosts since you're already a little more bulky. Instructing the Combine boost is really, really funny. And then the rest of the team is the Trick Room mode, mostly. Lilligant and Groudon is also another fast option. Like, Lilligant's not fast, Groudon's not. We'll be able to, like, for coaching in the sun. And Rising Voltage on electric terrain in the sun hits really, really hard. I have a clip of me Okoing a Zamazenta on Showdown with it. It was pretty funny. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and jump in with this. Rental code and paste are updated as always. And if I sound a little bit under the weather today, I apologize. I'm just getting over a cold. Rising Voltage is a, I believe, 70 base power electric move that the damage from it is doubled if the target's on electric terrain. Plus it gets a boost from being an electric move in electric terrain. Anyway, it just hits stupidly hard. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to do into opposing Sun teams, but that's mostly if they had Flutter Mane, and this one doesn't have Flutter Mane. So against this particular Sun team, we can kind of just do most of the normal plan. You just go right for that. I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm actually having a fantastic day. I woke up in like the best mood I have in months. Uva, you would probably like... It's not Cinderace, but you would like this Raboot card I got. I've talked about it before on the channel that I've been working on like a Pokédex binder, and my Raboot card I got recently is really nice. Oh, it's kind of reflecting on the lights. It's kind of hard to see, but it's really nice, this Raboot. I have a Cinderace as well, but the Cinderace isn't as fancy. The Cinderace is just like a regular card. This is the Cinderace. I'll show off the whole binder later. The Raboot's so cute. I recently discovered that a lot of those like fancy full art cards are significantly cheaper in Japanese and Korean, so I'm buying a lot of Japanese and Korean ones. There's a Seriledge I got that like the English one is $600 and the Korean one was $25. I was so happy when I saw the Korean one in the store. I was like, yo, that's coming home with me. Well, this Brute Bonnet's gonna be good and useless. I don't know if there's any good reason to Terra Miraidon here. I think I go for Combine and then Trick Room, because the Koraidon's probably gonna be faster than Miraidon. Or I didn't play the GC, but thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm gonna go Combine Trick Room. Most Brute Bonnets are on the faster side. I've seen them outspeed my, like, Incineroar. So, oh. You know what? That's okay. Because you can bet your ass that Rillaboom's gonna think they can fake out my Miraidon. They always sort of miss the Covert Cloak interaction. Welcome back, Zoe. Oh, so they... That's better for me, I think. Yeah, I think it's straight up better for me that they did that, because Draco should still kill Brooke on it. I don't know Encore the Rillaboom, because they're almost certainly going to fake it. I mean, yeah. Oh, they didn't fake it, okay. That's a little annoying. Usually Miraidon has choice specs, Uva. This Miraidon doesn't have choice specs, so it deals a bit less damage. But I thought at +1 we'd be fine, even without the electric terrain. This is still fine, though. We've taken not too much damage. We're gonna stay asleep. Actually, I wonder if Instruct burns a sleep turn. There's not really much else of use we can do. I wonder if Instruct burns a sleep turn, because that'd be really funny. Oh, yeah. So, like, the +1 Draco, it does hurt, but it's worth noting that most of the time, Miraidon has 2 extra multipliers, right? It has the electric terrain boost, and it has the choice specs boost. Yeah, I honestly don't know how Instruct interacts with sleep and stuff like that, so I'm going to use Instruct, like, we're going to use one sleep turn trying to use Calm Mind, and I wonder if Instruct is going to use the other one. Like, if there's a chance we wake up, right? Okay, I guess we don't get to find out. Groudon's not a fire type, honestly, because it likely would have been a little unbalanced. Fire Dragon is a pretty strong base type, I think. And like Sun does a lot more than Electric Terrain for like the rest of the party. You can do a lot more with Sun stuff. Overall, I think it was a balancing decision. Now, Groudon's pretty physically bulky. Their best option would be likely Close Combat here, but we're going for the Fire Terror just in case they Flare Blitz. Yeah, whatever. Hell yeah, Groudon lives that! Let's go! Groudon dodging is really unfortunate. Precipice miss, everybody. I'm just gonna Thunderclap Groudon. Actually, I'll Rising Voltage Groudon in case they use Rage Powder. I'm just gonna protect this group. Jesus, ugh. I always wonder how different this game would be going right now if we had simply not missed the Precipice Blades. Okay, but we'll take the crit. Oh, losing the sun sucks. That's fair, Hilk. I'm just doing this because it's fun. Like, I would not bring this to a tournament, that's for sure. So there's a Rillaboom in the back. They have a Lunala and a Brute on it. In theory, I should be able to win this, but it's gonna be tough. Oh, they let me Thunderclap this place. Yo. Okay, so Miraidon outspeeds just about everything. Okay, we're not gonna get our electric trade back. Okay, so we need to protect the Groudon. Miraidon needs to wake up this turn. Parabolic Charge needs to do a lot of damage. There's a lot of things that need to happen. But the fact that they can't fake out Miraidon is really good. It just sucks. Right now, it kind of sucks that I went for the electric Fire Terror on Groudon because it hasn't helped me at all. And now it's actively hurting me. I think ideal scenario is they switch Lunala for Rillaboom, and then Groupon it still goes down. But we'll see. Okay. Rage Powder would be so funny. No, they're really trying to sucker punch this Groudon, I guess. Staying asleep is not funny. But we do know we live the Gleam. Oh, we lose Soccer Punch though. All because of the one miss, chat. And some bad sleep RNG. Okay. Okay. If Electric Drift kills Lunala, which... Nope. Nope. We stay asleep. Yay. This had potential to be such a good turn, too. Oh well. Plenty of more battles where that one came from. I don't know if I'd want to run... I don't know if I'd want to run Haze on Kali, because the problem is that you're getting rid of your own boosts too, right? Brisk2 Gone, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing great today. I figured, Zoe, you were commenting on stuff I've been saying. I tend to assume you have audio unless you tell me otherwise. Minamon, I know. He's so cute. We got our Dawn. And we've got our Dawn. As one, Drought and Hadron Engine. Raging Bolt salivating. Yeah, I still don't have the Hands and Lilligant plush. That's something I need to get on. Plus the Raging Bolt one. Also, I didn't have super appropriate earrings for today. I didn't want to wear Miraidon earrings because I've done them for like other Miraidon streams, and I wanted to do red today. I don't have Groudon earrings yet, but Kasha did make me these recently. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but I got Armor Rouge earrings now. Here, actually, I'll just take it off and hold it up close. Check it out. We've got the boy! We got the spicy bro. Okay, Terapagos and Zamazenta is a matchup that feels actually pretty solid for us. I think we'll do this. We definitely don't need to do trick room stuff. We can just start going ham with Groudon like right away, because they've got nothing to really hit Groudon with effectively. And we're just gonna go like bulk up coaching, bulk up, and just go pew. Lilligant's moveset is close combat, solar blade, coaching, and after you. There's no sleep powder on it. Because we have electric terrain on the team, so. I changed the music to Arvin. Why did it change back to Nimona? It's weird. I must have hit the button at the last second. They don't have any water types on their team, plus they have a Chiyu. I feel like this Tornadus does not have Rain Dance. I think it has Sunny Day. Oh, that's a mildly annoying. Ooh. That's the Specs Pagos. Go ahead and Solar Blade that thing. Oh, of course they Terra now. When I Solar Blade and not close combat. I should have played around the taunt, to be honest. The taunt was something that should have been a little more obvious. Oh wow, I'm not having to live to use the Solar Blade. Specs Pagos, yay. What do we even do here? Just, like... It loses stab on Terra Starstorm when it Terras, so maybe it doesn't kill Groudon. And maybe Bleakwind misses one or both targets. But... Okay. If Terra Starstorm doesn't kill Groudon, maybe we have a chance. Chat, why? Why does this happen to me? We'll never know now. UC, thank you so much for the follow. Alright, this is still winnable, it's just gonna be tougher. Parabolic Charge will really help damage on the Pagos. Let's do like Parabolic Charge, Rising Voltage. We'll see how much damage that does. Not the helping hand. Okay. I mean, that's not so bad. Okay, that's not so bad. Yo, let's go! Maybe we're still in this. Rising Voltage is a move that was introduced in the Isle of Armor DLC as Sword and Shield. For whatever reason, it's a signature move of Raging Bolt in this game. It's like 60 or 70 base power, I forget which, but it gets its power doubled if the target is on the ground during electric terrain. Plus still getting the 30% damage boost from terrain. It hits hard. I mean, if I kill Zamazenta with this Electric Terra Electro Drift, I think we do actually win. Somehow. Rising Voltage is nuts, chat. Maybe Raging Bolt doesn't need a Life Orb. Maybe I should give it like leftovers or something because Life Orb just keeps zapping it to death. And it doesn't seem like it actually needs the Life Orb. I don't know. Oh, motherfucker. Yo, we have a defense boost, though. Okay. If this kills... Damn it! Alright. What if they're a really slow Zamazenta because they have Tailwind? Because we're slow Miraidon. What if they're as slow as Zamazenta? It is possible. Okay, we still don't know if they're faster. And the question is, do they have wide guard? Or do they body press? Ugh. This game is a roller coaster of emotions. And we still don't know if we're faster. You know what? I hope we're slower. Okay, how much did foul play do to me? Did you guys remember? Did it do less than 50? I don't remember what I was at. It did like 20-ish? 40. Okay, I'm gonna Electro Drift down to Zenta then. Okay, we're a slow Miraidon. Yes! Yes, yes! Nice Trick Room, idiot! Oh, I know. That's that sequence of a couple of turns is definitely gonna have to be a short. Oh, that was great. They're so mad. Oh yeah, okay, that was nothing. Ugh. Thank God it's not Hurricane with a confusion chance. And GG's. Oh, that was great. Absolute goodest boy. I cannot believe this. It's not that slow. It's the same spread. It's the same spread as the Miraidon that won Milwaukee. I was too lazy to find a new one. So it's a 158 speed, I think. Ooh, hard Trick Room, eh? I think we can do like this. Or try this actually. Like switch Miraidon in to like make Raging Bolt hit harder. And that could work out pretty well. Oh, but we want hands, don't we? Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to fit Miraidon. We kind of need hands. Okay, we'll not be able to change terrain is going to be a bit rough. I feel like this is what we need. Okay, so rather than trying to play the Trick Room guessing game, I'm going to try to set up my Groudon so this Calyrex can't really hurt it as much. So we're going to go Fire Terra for the Glacial Lance. We're going to Bulk Up, and we're going to Instruct the Bulk Up. There's also a reasonable chance they don't try to Trick Room because they expect me to try and flip it, right? So rather than feeding into the guessing game, I'm just going to make myself more, like, ready to face what comes. And they follow me with the Indeedee, like, no harm, no foul. At least we're not instructing, like, an attack. Okay, they're going for an immediate Terra. Zoe, thank you. I really appreciate that. I was kind of dreading having to do it later. If you could just DM me the links, that'd be great. Also, no follow me. So it's probably gonna be the Glacial Lance plus Trick Room. Oh, Psychic. Which hit a little harder than I was expecting. Now, do they Trick Room or attack? If they Trick Room, oh my goodness. Sorry, if they attack, oh my goodness. Okay, so we are +2 with Groudon. So I think the call is to Precipice Blades and... It's too bad Oranguru is not slower. Oh, no, yeah, I'm just going to Precipice Blades and Trick Room, because if Oranguru was slower, Encore would be amazing right now. We live the Psychic plus high horsepower, right? Oh, just barely, but we do. Oh, look at the Indeedee with its natural sash. Oh my god. Oh my god, Ronnie. How dare you, sir? Try to get me with the ways of Trick Room. Do you know who I am? Okay, so I don't know how fast this Lunala is, and that's kind of an issue. Now that Calyrex is down, there's a non-zero chance Trick Room would actually be better for us. I'm just gonna protect and foul play Lunala for this turn. And see what kind of plays they go for. Wide guard Trick Room? Wide guard Psychic. Okay. Yo, we take the foul play crit. I think we go Heat Crash into Lunala, foul play into Lunala. Now, if they don't go for wide guard, we're gonna see if we're faster or not. So they set Trick Room, and on the same turn they set Trick Room. I bulked up twice with Groudon because I went bulked up plus Destruct, and then what happened was, like, even under they get Trick Room up, they go high horsepower Psychic after a Psychic the first turn, and because we were +2 defense, the high horsepower did peanuts. So that's why we're at like no HP, but Groudon has just been sweeping. And the last Pokemon is Smeargle. Okay. So what's fun about the Oranguru setup, right, is it has a Covert Cloak that when we lead it with Miraidon, it doesn't get to have the Covert Cloak, but if we ever need it, it does have Covert Cloak for like Fake Out and stuff. So even if there's no terrain there, that Smeargle couldn't have really done anything to my Oranguru. You merely adopted the ways of Hard Trick Room. I was raised in it, molded by it. You can't beat me with this shit. That was fantastic. Alright, we got Ash. Without Tornadus, this feels a little more viable to do the Miraidon stuff. Or sorry, the Groudon stuff. But then again, the Calyrex makes me kind of want to just go for Trick Room. I think I'll just do that. I think I'll just kind of lead into the trick room mode this game. My god, this cold is kicking my ass still. I feel like Rillaboom is just going to fake out, but we're going to try and bulk up just in case. And we're not going to instruct because of the impending fake out. We're going to Encore Pagos into Calm Mind. Oh, Terra Star Storm, sure. But it's not specs locked or anything, so that's not so bad. Oh. Kind of an aggressive first turn that I wasn't really expecting. I'm gonna have Precipice Blades and Rising Voltage this slot. We're gonna ignore Tropicos for this turn. Incineroar is like the best thing they could have switched into. Hopefully we go Precipice Blades, kills Incineroar, then we deal with some Rising Voltage damage to Pagos. They don't Terra, so that's good. We're still getting our Photosynthesis boost. Pagos always scares me into thinking my moves missed. The Rillaboom switch was extremely obvious. I don't know why they really thought I'd fall for that. Sucks we don't have Electric Trade, but it should still sting with the Sun. Plus Life Orb. Oh yeah. Get some of that HP back as well, which is really nice. There's Calyrex. Okay. I think the call is to go Precipice Blades plus Thunderclap Calyrex. We have a decent amount of special defense on the Groudon, and we're like max HP. I think we'll live Astral plus Tower Star Storm. Okay, so they are going for the Terra. Doesn't hurt me too much. Makes the Terra Starstorm spread deal less than single target, so it's better for me that way. The Sun is helping Raging Bolt, but not Groudon. And the Terrain wasn't really like, relevant to me. So I don't think the Terra from the Tropicos is a big deal. Protect on Tally. Okay, that's a little more annoying. But P-Blades might still do a decent chunk to Pagos. Oh, they just go for Calm Mind? That feels wrong. Yeah, that was pretty bad. So I feel like the Protect from Pagos is like the more obvious one because they're so little. So I'm gonna Thunderclap Calyrex and Precipice Blades this turn. There we go. I wouldn't have even been surprised if Pagos swapped to Rilla. Damn, crazy damage from that. Critical hit on Raging Bolt. Yay! Okay, not too bad. Okay, so the real guessing game now is trying to figure out which one Rillaboom's gonna fake out. I think I'm gonna go protect on Groudon and just fake out Pagos for now on Iron Hands. Ideally, they go fake out Groudon, and then this is just like a nothing turn. Okay, that's fine. Getting an extra turn of healing on Groudon's nice. I don't think this does too much for Iron Hands without, again, not stab, not super effective. Okay. I think Terapagos is gonna protect this turn, and they're gonna like double it, or like they'll double into Groudon. Either way, I'm gonna go Heat Crash, Rillaboom, Drain Punch, Pagos. Never mind, I guess wrong. I was kind of playing around the Grassy Glide. I wouldn't have Terra'd. Oh well. GG's. If I had not Terra'd Groudon and Terra'd Iron Hands instead, I don't know how much better that would have been. Terapagos is so annoying in this format for me. Every team I like to play does not like facing Terapagos. That's okay though. Oh, this seems kind of fun. I think I can do a lot with my Groudon and Lilligant stuff here, and they give me the electric terrain, so I don't think I need to bring Miraidon. I think I'm just gonna do this. Lilligant will outspeed everything. They don't have speed control except Griffsnarl, Thunder Wave, so we're fine with Groudon. After you Precipice Blade seems like a pretty promising lead into a good chunk of this team, so... Entei Grimmsnarl. It's like coaching and bulk up for the first turn, I think. But I'm not gonna Terra, so I don't become susceptible to Thunder Wave just yet. Oh, I think I'll still be faster than Entei even if they Thunder Wave Lilligant. That's really funny. Terra Fire would have been a great idea. Oh well. Is it a protect and coaching for this turn? See if they go for another Snake of Fire, maybe a foul play. Ah, that sucks. I debated Terra-ing, and it would have been better. At least you didn't get burned. Oh, they have extreme speed, so they're AV, okay. They're not banded. Okay, I don't like the sound of this. Okay, we are +3 though, so we live the extreme speed. Thunderclap should really hurt the Rim. Sort of Precipice Blade, sort of Terra Fire because they're faster and they have Sacred Fire. Thunderclap the Grim. Okay, Grim went for Light Screen. That's fine. Snarl. And we dodge it with Bolt. That's great. Damn, P-Blaze just rips. Grim only lived that because of the Reflect, obviously, but that's still crazy. I think they'll double the Raging Bolt because they know my Groudon has Protect. Okay, that's a Specs Raging Bolt. Or, Walking Wing. Jesus Christ. Can Hands save me? If the last Pokemon's Miraidon, I think so. If it's Koraidon, I'm not sure. There's also not much point picking Protect or Groudon. Whether they attack it this turn, next turn, it's going to go down. I think they might go for Hands, expecting Protect. So, we'll fake out the Walking Wake, take that out. If Miraidon did go for Groudon, that's fine. That kills us. Air Life Orb. Probably. So the question is, do they 2-tap Hands without the Harsh Sunblock? Oh, I would have been so much better off protecting. Oh, I forgot about. I should have checked the Sunlight turns. If this does less than half, I think we can. Okay. Never mind, our low kick does way less too. I think we need to crit low kick or lose. That's okay. Alright, GG's. Okay. I do have an ad break coming up in a few minutes. So not really a good time starting the game. I did promise at the beginning of the stream I'd show off the Pokédex binder I've been working on. So I'll do a little bit of that while we wait for the for it to be time for ads. Just try to figure out where to put my mic. So, like, I talked about it a couple times. I've been working on a Pokédex binder because it gives me something to do when I go for my VGC locals. I have like 680 Pokemon now, and the goal is to try and get like one of each, but I don't buy them online, and I don't just go to stores and get them. I only get these cards with like store credit that I win at tournaments, or like I'll buy them for cash only at regionals, since I like traveled really far. But other than that, this is mostly just stuff I've won from like store credit from tournaments, and the goal is to fill the binder. So we've got like Gen 1 stuff and Gen 9 stuff is like the easiest to come by because it's like Gen 1 stuff they're always reprinting, and Gen 9 stuff is like the newest. Some things like baby Pokemon have been harder to find, and then like at regionals I've been looking for like the nice fancy stuff. So you know, like get the full arts like this Parasect for example, all pretty. So I won't stop on every card, but I'll flip through the binder a bit and I'll show you guys like some of my favorites that I've got so far. Not like a favorite or anything, but Kadabra is kind of funny just because like there haven't been a lot of Kadabra cards. So if I started this like a couple years ago, it would have been actually really frustrating to get one, but now there's like the Scarlet Violet 151 set. So Kadabra is just kind of funny. What else here we got here? I've opened a couple packs of Terrastall Festival, which is like the Japanese version of Prismatic Evolutions, and I've gotten 2 of the Master Ball EVs, so that's cool. I got a Jolteon and a Flareon. I got this Execute out of my prize packs in Vancouver, so that was really sick. A little bit of a memory there. I don't know how well it'll show up on the camera. This is what I mean about like the Master Ball foil. If you see like if you look at carefully, you can see the outline of like a Master Ball like hologram on there. Those are like supposed to be really rare. This Furret is honestly one of the most adorable things around. I was so happy to get that out of a pack. Picked this one up just yesterday. Pichu is one of the babies that only recently got a reprint, and it's still really hard to find a good one. So like I picked this up at my local store yesterday. I was really happy about the Platinum Era Pichu. This full art Mareep down here, when I got it one for myself, Kasha said she needed one as well because Mareep's her favorite Pokemon, so we picked up 2. What else we got? What else is worth showing off? See all sorts of just different mixes. Oh. Just like in Vancouver, in Milwaukee, I got this out of some packs I got as prize. From one of the side events. Got the full art layer on. I also got a full art Maractus from my actual prize packs. house is really special. Not all these have memories. Some of them are just like things I picked up. You know, I've been trying to mostly get cheap things to help fill the binder faster. Gen 5 is where I've got a lot of holes, which is good because they got like that Gen 5 reprint set, like black and white, like Blaze Bolt or something. I don't know. This is the Maractus I was talking about. I actively wanted this Maractus exactly, so I was really happy to pull it right for my packs. Gen 6, I'm missing quite a few, but there's not as many Gen 6 Pokemon, so it's not as noticeable. This Sylveon, I know it's a promo that was given out, but I didn't get one from the stores. When I went to Vancouver, I roomed with a TCG player named Holly. She's a friend of my friend Matt's, and she gave me this because she's like, "Oh my God, you're trans. You need to have one of these Sylveons." And so when I started doing the binder more properly, I was like, "Oh, of course, this is the Sylveon I have to use." It was a gift from a friend. Thank you, Holly. Not so much like anything super special or nostalgic about it, but I picked up this Decidueye in Milwaukee, and honestly, it's one of my favorite things in my collection. Shiny, full art, it's just really pretty. The Cosmog and Cosmoem from the like 25th anniversary set are really adorable for those who haven't seen them. They both have Lily in the artwork. So there's Nevi. And there's also Nevi. Real heckin' cute. Showed off the Raboot earlier. Of course, got the Indeedee. Nice full art Indeedee. This is probably one of my favorite Urshifu artworks. This like full art Rapid Strike one. Really pretty. I haven't decided which Calyrex to put in here yet, so I've just got like the base form. It's a really big shame that there's not more Ursaluda cards. For those who don't know, there's only 2 regular Ursaluda cards, and this is one of them. There's this one, and there's a really crappy not full art one, but literally that's it. Meanwhile, Blood Moon Ursaluda already has like 6 or 7 different cards. It's a crime against Baramy. Of course, this page was going to take the whole page out for a sec. We've got the shiny Charcadet. We've got the nice full art Armarouge. This particular card was actually a gift from a fan. Rival Lobster gave me this in Vancouver. Thank you, Lobster. And this is the Ledge I was talking about. It's kind of hard. It's kind of busy artwork. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. But yeah, in English, this guy is like $600 for some reason. And in Korean, it was $25. So we take those. That was a victory for sure. Love how cheap the foreign cards are. Because I don't play the card game. I know you can't use the foreign cards in like English tournaments, and that's why they're cheap. So it doesn't affect me at all though, because I'm not playing the cards. Just collecting. Got this full art Revivroom from a pack. And oh yeah. In Milwaukee, I got a box of Terrastal Festival. We got this Iron Hands from there. That was really sick. Could have been a better box, but the Iron Hands is really cool. And then we got like the back of the binder. We got the full art Diplin, and some pretty Terrapagos and Iron Crown to round out the binder. I messed up when I was numbering the pages, and that's why the Emolga and Honchkrow are back here, is I accidentally skipped their numbers. So yeah, this has been a fun little project of mine. Something to do like with my store credit, right? Because like I always play VGC at these stores that do cards, right? And I don't play cards, So I collect them now. You guys have seen the scrapbook before. The scrapbook has been doing really well as well. I've got a few more pages than that. And yeah, you know, like if any of you ever see me at events, and you have you have bulk cards, bring me your bulk, because any bulk holo rares, I'm still looking for like 300 Pokemon. So I've had a few people come up and give me cards. Like I said, Holly's brought me a few, which is really nice. She brought me the foil Pokeball print Bidoo, which is like $10. It was really sweet of her. Alright, so it is about ad time. You guys know the drill by now. I'm gonna go for about 3 minutes, refresh my coffee, go to the bathroom, all that, and we'll be right back. Alright, slight delay, but we're back. Let's just jump right back into it. So we are 1-2 or 1-3 with the team. But I am not discouraged. I am having lots of fun. Okay, now I'm a little discouraged because I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Lilligant, Groudon, Raging Bolt, Miraidon feels like it goes incredibly hard here. So we're gonna try this. Gouging what now, Zoe? Zoe, should I, if I ever run Gouging Fire in a serious capacity, should I just name it Jacob? And not tell him, and just like wait till I show up to a tournament and just like have the Gouging Fire named Jacob? Okay, so I think Terra Fire the Groudon to cover for Glacial Lance. It's an EC. Okay. Scary. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna Terra Fire to cover for Glacial Lance. I'm gonna after you Precipice Blades, which should deal with Miraidon. Is kicking my ass. Okay, Grass Terror on the Calyrex is a little annoying, but isn't anything we can't actually deal with. Glacial Lance is honestly solid. It deals like pennies to Groudon, brings Lilligant down to Sash. We got the free KO on Miraidon, and that's like half the reason we're running Lilligant. So can't really be mad. Okay. Okay, so I think we coaching the Groudon and then like Heat Crash the Jugulis. That should take it out pretty easily. And this Calyrex probably doesn't have high horsepower. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck runs Meteor Beam on Jugulis? What is happening here? I didn't know Jugulis learns Meteor Beam. Our only hope is they don't Tailwind and we can like double Draco Meteor the Calyrex. And this game started off so great. God, I expected fucking Meteor Beam. Please no Tailwind. Okay. Okay, we're good. Crisis averted. What's the last Pokemon? Please. Okay, I think Thunderclap. Thunderclap and Parabolic Charge, to be honest. I'm not super concerned about Iron Leaf, I don't think. Woo! Even at -2, and we still cook them. Let's go. We also aren't EC'd Miraidon, so this probably doesn't hurt too badly. Oh yeah, we can take another one even. Even more guaranteed after the tiny bit of healing from Parabolic Charge. No, that seems silly, but I think that was honestly fine. I think I Protect here. Draco the Iron Leaves, because I think the Electric Terrain wears off next turn, and then I'll be faster. And also Psyblade will be weaker. Yeah, they went Psyblade and Raging Bolt, so there's no point in not protecting there. Get that Draco damage. And then if terrain wears off, I believe we're fine. Okay, cool. It was already barely scratching the Psyblade, now it'll do even less. I think double Draco kills, if not the next Draco next turn should kill. Oh, there we go. Don't even have to find out. That was a roller coaster of a game. Like, oh yo, we took out the Miraidon. Oh no, they took out our Groudon. Oh yo, we took out Iron Jugulus. But Jugulus with Meteor Beam, really? Zoe, remind me later. We might have new ideas for the stream. All right. Because thinking about it, the Meteor Beam does make sense. You get the terrain boost, then Meteor Beam hits like a truck. Okie dokie honestly makes perfect sense on Lunala. I'm pretty sure, Zoe, you ran this like same kind of team for the GC, didn't you? This exact team is something we'll play on the channel at some point. Absolutely. Okie dokie is a lot of fun. I don't know how to explain it, Venomon, but it's weirdly like a perfect partner for Lunala and like almost nothing else. Anyway, this version doesn't have a DD, so it's not size spam, I just noticed. I think I'm scared of Lando. I'm very scared of Lando. Looking at this team, I'm very scared of Lando. Venomon, I'll be honest, I am not equipped to answer that question properly because I'm not the resident Luna Dogi expert, but my friend Evie is really good with it, and she'd be able to answer that better. I think it's a mix of like the typing, the coverage, and like it just works as a good bulky hitter next to Lunala. Like the Gunk Shot, for example, covers a lot of things Lunala struggles into, like Rillaboom and like bulky Fairy Terras. And even though you're usually running it on Side Spam, especially in closed cheat, upper hand can be really helpful. In open cheat, upper hand is still a great deterrent for Fake Out. Because you get Trick Room up, you have your Okidoki. It's faster than Rillaboom under Trick Room most of the time, so you can upper hand the Fake Out even if they change the terrain. Like, Okidoki just, I don't know how to put it better, it's just weirdly good to specific things. Or with specific things, rather. Okay, so I think Play Rough will definitely not kill me after we turn in Terra, and if for whatever reason they expect an Electric Terra, then the Parabolic Charge will be even better. Sorry, they expect Fairy Terra, the Behemoth Blade, the Electric Terra will be even better. So we are mostly slower than this team, so I'm gonna Trick Room Parabolic Charge. And then even though Miraidon is gonna be slower, chat, say they don't Tailwind, and say Miraidon is actually faster than their stuff, I could use Instruct to get another attack off anyway. When I was running Mouse Hold with Oranguru, I've done that before, where I'd Trick Room, then Instruct Mouse Hold for a fast Pop Bomb under Trick Room. It's really funny. Venomon, what does Vesindipity even do? Kinda nothing. Okay, switching out Torn's fine. For Lando is a little annoying, but it's still fine. Yo, we would have lived that anyway, that's crazy. Yeah, but a support mon like that kind of really needs Prankster. In my opinion, at least. Chad, I don't really know how to deal with this here Oranguru. This here Landos. I'm gonna Draco the Lando, and I'm gonna Instruct. So I get a Parabolic Charge off before the Lando attacks. Okay, I'm just killing my own Oranguru, but that's honestly kind of fine. If I was a god, I went for Draco into the Tornado. It would have been a hell of a game. Now, we might outspeed if they're really fast. No, okay. Sandseer is a choice though. They really needed to kill Miraidon this turn, and they went for Sandseer instead of Earth Power. That's a bit of a choice. Venomon, why though? Like, why are you inhibiting yourself by not using what's good? I think we lose. This team now has a very apparent weakness to Landorus. Or Trick Rooming in front of a Landorus like an idiot, at least. If Draco kills, we're fine, but I honestly don't know if it does. Life Orb, Photosynthesis, Draco probably kills. Water. So it's gonna be a single target Precipice Blades. Obviously, it would have killed it super effective, but never mind. It will not. It will not. It will not take a single target Pessimistic Blades, and we probably lose Raging Bolt unless they miss. Oh! God damn it! Trick Room in front of Lando was done, Zoe, because Lando is faster than Miraidon, and I didn't really have any good way to deal with Lando. So, oh, if we had just a bit more damage. I wonder if, you know what, I should have protected with Raging Bolt there. I should have tried to just deal with Zacian first. Oh well. I don't know what they're being so choosy about. This game is quite obviously over. Yeah, I have a Lando-sized hole in this team apparently. But that is fine. Oh, it's this team. Okay, yes, the Milwaukee team. This team feels fun. I feel like knowing that my Miraidon is speed tied with theirs will be interesting. And I feel like we just... This setup is kind of scared of Baramy, but I think we're fine into everything else. Oh wow, I'm looking at the next TCG set, and it's gonna have such good cards for my little Dex collection. I'm so excited. Whims and Fairing is a really good combination move. People, there's a reason why it won the World Championships, for example. All right, chat. Let's see if my opponent can read. My opponent can almost never read when we have these leads. They always fake out Miraidon, and it's so funny. I'm just gonna go right for Terra Electric, Parabolic Charge, switch to Raging Bolt. Iris, hi! How are you, bestie? Yes, Venomon. That's what the Oranguru do. The Miraidon now has an Electric Seed boost and a Covert Cloak. Nice, nice. I hope the Ursaluna brings you lots of luck this weekend. What? The read! Goodness me! Well, that was a worse. That was still a worse play than clicking Trick Room for them, because then we can just like double Draco Meteor. Like, it was a play, but not a great one. If that bear is Fairy Terra, I'm killing myself. Okay, we're fine. I was gonna say. Now for the Trick Room. Now for the Trick Room, right? Okay. I think we live Earthquake with Raging Bolt. We outspeed Lunala. I don't think they Earthquake. No, high key Minimon. They're playing great. To be fair, the team I'm running is, if you know if you've seen the Oranguru Miraidon stuff before, it's like slightly predictable. Okay, does Raging Bolt live this? Nope. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't feel great. I just should have brought Hands. That would have been smarter. I don't know why I brought Bolt. Wait, what did I miss? If I can get a double protect off, I think we're okay. No, okay. Jessica, hi. Okay, so this... Reading the Parabolic Charge on turn 1 was just like where this game ended, to be honest. High key, I have to read that the Ursa is going to protect this turn, or switch. That's fine too. A switch works. Okay. So we have +1 special attack, +2 special defense. So Lunala is already kind of not scary. Okay, I feel like the Lunala Trick Room's here. Because, like, they have the advantage if they get Trick Room up. If I'm wrong, I lose. I'm already in a losing position, so I might as well take the Hail Mary, I think. Maybe there's stream spite fits, I think. Because, I don't know, that Parabolic Charge call turn 1 was pretty crazy. You know what? You know what? That miss was helpful. No, so a 0-speed Miraidon is not possible. This Miraidon is just on the slower side. The reason I went for Trick Room was because I was expecting them to go for Trick Room. So I'm gonna go for Draco Meteor, and I'm just gonna turn that Trick Room right back off. Or I'm going to... I'm gonna Calm Mind. No, so Miraidon's attack, special attack, and speed are fixed to always be 31. I do think this is winnable, to be honest. Because they can't really do a whole lot of damage to me now, and I can heal some damage back with Parabolic Charge. If I can keep myself happy and healthy until the Ursa drops, I could probably just if I can just Draco it. I wish they had given us 0 IV Shiny Enamorous when they gave the Shiny Enamorous, but they didn't. Nope, my opponent knows how to read. My opponent read me like a book. I mean, there's no way I was going to Draco the Lunala slot, so it does make no sense. Oh well, GG. Yeah, a rusty bottle cap would be so nice. Yeah, reading the Parabolic Charge on turn 1 was deadly. My silly joke team's not working as well as I hoped, which is unfortunate. It's still on the schedule for the week, so... Oh my god, another Trick Room team. Alright, well, we were able to beat this one before. Right, so we went... How did we do this? We went Groudon, Oranguru, Hands. No, we went Groudon. It was Groudon Lilligant. Groudon Lilligant. Hands. Guru. I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Smear. I'm just gonna go coaching Precipice Blades to start. Fake Out's not the end of the world. Spore, even the Spore is honestly not the end of the world. Not really sure what this lead does for them. Thank you, Chess. Now that we're in the sort of the VGC off season, I can afford to have more silly teams for. Why would you switch it in DD and then Fake Out? What? Anyway, yeah. Now that we're in the VGC off season, I can afford again to like do a lot more silly things to stream like I did last summer, because like I don't have Worlds to prep for, unfortunately, and I don't have any serious tournaments to prep for quite a while now. So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Sure. GG. If I recall correctly, you're newer to the channel, right? So you probably never saw the trans team for trans rights. One of the silliest teams I played on stream that actually worked out surprisingly well. Let me just find it. So the idea, I played this team during Pride Month, and the idea was to have 2 pink, 2 white, and 2 blue Pokemon to make like a trans flag. I was doing all sorts of different Calyrex stuff at the time, so I didn't want to use Calyrex for what might restricted. So I went with Dialga Origin. And then since Dialga Origin itself was kind of memey, we just sort of went crazy. And believe it or not, this team got me to rank 12 on Cart Ladder. I remember one of my streams still, one of my favorite stream moments ever, is I was streaming this team, and Clover Bells comes into my stream, and he goes, "Oh, hey Ruby, how's it going? Oh my god, that's a Bruxish." And then the Bruxish proceeded to Oko a Calyrex Ice after it went Terra Fire. Because we crit Wave Crash into it. Okay, this honestly seems like a Lilligant, Groudon, Miraidon, Bolt kind of game. So let's go right for that. I also have a team from the first Reg G that was like a Kyogre Trick Room team with like mid-speed Kyogre with Iron Ball. So the Kyogre was slower than Calyrex in Trick Room. I love doing weird Trick Room teams. When it comes to like serious competitive play, I've mostly switched to playing balance, but when it comes to funny stream teams, I love silly Trick Room teams. Dude, the crab was actually one of the best things on the team. After one Ice Hammer, it's guaranteed to be faster than the Moongus in Trick Room. It worked out really well, the crab. And Chess, that's so fair that you play silly things. The only reason I play more serious teams in tournaments is because I'm genuinely trying to be like top of worlds one day, right? So, like, I used to play silly teams in tournaments. I played only Sai-Sam for a whole year. But like, I've really focused on like being a competitive player and wanting to win. Okay, this screams that they're gonna go for like expanding force. So I'm gonna protect with Groudon. Go for a coaching. And the next turn I'm gonna hard switch Lilligant for Miraidon to turn off the terrain. Oh crap. Okay. Not what I wanted to see. But hopefully the expanding force and they went for the and they clicked the Lilligant slot out of habit. This is very scary. Because Lilligant would be the default selection on their screen, so if they went for expanding force, hopefully they go for the Lilligant slot and don't manually select Groudon. Yeah, this holiday. Nope, they went for Astral. Do we live that? No. Of course not. Let me guess, it's a life orb too. Yeah, okay. I think maybe without life orb we could have lived that, but no. So this is an instance where we would have really liked to have sleep powder on Lilligant. Coaching so far hasn't actually done as much as I had hoped. Maybe you want to go back to sleep powder? Because usually when we bring Lilligant, Miraidon's not present, and or we're not really clicking Solar Blade much. We used it once and it fucked us over. So maybe we can replace Solar Blade with Sleep Powder. I think I'm going to do that. Because I think a Sleep Powder would have been really good to have with this lead. Because you could have taken one attack with Groudon without the Nasty Plot for sure. So like, Sleep Powder Precipice Blades would have been a really strong play there. Because then we don't even need a second Sleep Powder to hit. We just need a Precipice Blades to hit. Which is slightly more likely. Yeah. So we'll go do Sleep Powder. I'll update the rental for tomorrow's stream because these aren't my usual Pokemon. These aren't like this isn't like my special Raging Bolt named Littlefoot. This isn't like a special. This isn't my usual special Iron Hands, etc. So like we'll change the rental code tomorrow because tomorrow I'm gonna have more of like my personal Pokemon on the team anyway. Alright, let's fix it. Now that that's fixed, jump back into the ladder. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, this looks a little strange, and admittedly, because it's strange, kind of scary. But I feel like Miraidon, the way we're using Miraidon would be fine here. We have Groudon to turn off the sun, and Raging Bolt go bleh. It just goes bleh. Well, I think this is a pretty easy just, what's it called? Parabolic charge, switch to Groudon. Seems really good here. Or combine switch. No, I can't combine because there's everyone's caught in front of me. I'm gonna parabolic charge. Switch to Groudon. Going for the electric Terra so we get that little bit of extra pump in case they go for the grass Terra Kyogre. Now they do need to Tailwind in order for Kyogre to outspeed, unless it's Scarf. It's either not Scarf or they didn't Terra Kyogre. This team kind of does make me feel like it's Scarf, but we'll see. Oh, just protect on Kyogre? That's fine too. We'll still put a chunk in the wins. Now, there's Light Screen that's not very effective, but we have Electric Terra, Rain. Honestly, not too bad. Little bit of a chunk there. My original name for Raging Bolt was actually Necromancer, but with a K at the end of the NEC part. I eventually used that name for Farigiraf instead because Kasha wanted me to name Raging Bolt Littlefoot from Land Before Time. I've never seen a Land Before Time, so I only just chose. I did the name because she wanted it. Electric Terra? Are you kidding me? Precipice Blades would have been such a call. Oh my god. Groudon just taking that like a champ. I never watched like any of the not Disney animated movies as a kid. Not for like lack of wanting to, it's just I wasn't exposed to them. I've only seen like the Disney stuff. The only animated movie besides like Shrek and like the big name like 3D animated movies, the only animated movie I can remember that I watched that wasn't Disney was The Thief and the Cobbler. If any of you guys know that one. The Thief and the Cobbler is a movie I actually really liked. I still regularly use a line from that movie on Kasha, even though she's never seen it. I'll always be like, we hang a lot of stuff with thumbtacks around our apartment, and so if like somebody steps on if I step on one or I see one or anything, or I step on something she left on the floor, I'm like, oh my god, you tacked me. Just like the stupid Sultan says about the cobbler. Oh, he tacked me. I actually have it on DVD as well, Chess. I got it out of a Fruit Loops box. That's why I've seen it. Ooh, that stings a bit. A bit more than I was hoping for. But I'm glad I didn't keep Groudon in against that at least. Oh, Zoe, you should. Who's Richard Williams? I'm guessing you're gonna tell me he's one of the writers or voice actor or something in the movie, but I have no idea. Yeah, okay, fair. Why? Does he think it's a bad movie? I really like it. Like, I like that movie a lot. Oh, that's why. No, it's true. It's a very undersold and under-talked about movie, but it's like, it's up there. It's like up there with like the Disney movies of the era, or like the other non-Disney movies. Like, what's good? Everyone says Land Before Time, but I've never seen it. But I've seen like I finally saw Anastasia last year, and Cash also made me watch Thumbelina. Thumbelina was really good. One of the songs from Thumbelina was actually one of our wedding songs. That's crazy! It's kind of like how the original version of Earthbound Beginnings in English was never officially released in English until like the Wii U, but the English version existed officially since like the early 90s, and it got like I think one of the demo cartridges was stolen and eventually sold at auction. So like there's English version, that's how the English version floated around for a while. And then eventually they just like sold it officially. I don't know what the end game is for my opponent here. I feel like I'm in the better spot from them. I might just gonna set myself in a position where Miraidon just sweeps this whole game. Get 2 combines off, and then I think we're fine. Honestly, for real. I always end up being into a lot of things that are niche. Even within larger fandoms, what I like in those fandoms tend to be niche. Like, every one of my favorite bands, none of my favorite songs are like the popular songs by those bands. My favorite Iron Maiden song is widely considered to be one of their worst, but I do really like it. Okay, I was scared for a second. If that was Whimsicott, we could have been cooked. Yo, we got the double combine. No, exactly. I didn't like look through what's popular by these bands and say, oh, everyone hates this song, and that's gonna be my favorite. But my mother got me a compilation of like recent Iron Maiden hits. I say recent because it's like the 90s and 2000s, but it's like not their big hits, right? So if you know Iron Maiden, you know like The Trooper, Hallowed Be My Name, Number of the Beast. Those are like their huge hits, right? The stuff my mom got me was not those songs. And then like one of the songs in there was called Holy. It was like a short pop, kind of like a pop metal song called Holy Smoke, and I really dug it. I was just like, yo, this song slaps. Years later, I'm on Reddit, the Iron Maiden subreddit. People are like, oh, what's your least favorite Iron Maiden song? Man, Holy Smoke fucking sucks. It's like, what? Really? I love Holy Smoke. It's about taking like the shitty televangelist priests you see on TV and literally lighting them on fire and making holy smoke. It's just fun. Holy smoke, feed 'em in feet first. Plenty bad creatures for the devil to stoke. Feed 'em in feet first. This is no joke. This is thirsty work. Making holy smoke. It's just fun, and it's so fun to play on guitar. Okay, so what do we have to do here? Not a whole lot, right? Actually, I'm not gonna Combine again because I'm scared of the Whimsicott switches. So I'm just gonna Protect and Parabolic Charge. How is this game still going? But I think this Miraidon's about to like solo sweep. Okay, Rage Powder plus Protect doesn't really make any sense. They're just eating one of the Parabolic Charges then, I guess. Although this would have been a really good, another free Combine turn. I'm just scared of the Whimsicott switch in, because I feel like if I Combine, they're going to switch in Whimsicott, then they're just going to Encore Lock me, and then it's all over. Oh yeah, critical hit plus 1 HP. Jesus, has it been another hour already? This game has been going so long. Okay, so now you're gonna have your Tailwind or Light Screen back. I'm gonna Parabolic Charge, and I guess I'll just try to Thunderclap some extra damage into Kyogre. Without Terrain and without Sun, the Thunderclap's not gonna do a whole lot. But we're dying to Parabolic Charge anyway. And realistically, at +3, I can just spam Parabolic Charge for the rest of this game. Strapogos also can't Terra, so they can't punish me for my Terra. Yeah, Light Screen makes sense. To a tiny little chip to Kyogre. Better than going for Tailwind, I think, because this does kill Wind, right? Very nice. And Water Spout's obviously not doing a whole lot since they have no HP. They might have Origin Pulse, but again, we're +3 special defense and they don't have Rain, so... We actually haven't seen that they have Origin Pulse yet. Water Spout. It sounds like they don't have Origin Pulse. Okay, with the crit. Makes a bit more sense with the crit, but still, what the hell? Galapagos comes back, we're gonna break the Terra Shell, get the Parabolic Charge, go back to full health. Yeah, I can see protecting with Kyogre making sense. Break Terra Shell. +3 to Electric Terra should still deal a decent chunk. And this is the only thing that we've hit with Parabolic Charge this entire game that doesn't resist it. Like, it resists it because of the ability right now. But every other Parabolic Charge has been resisted, and we've still been thriving. And they go for Combine. Interesting choice. Welcome back, Uva. You have missed a very interesting game. Probably the coolest game we've played with this team the entire stream. We have just been thriving with Parabolic Charge. The entire game we've been surviving off just spamming Parabolic Charge to keep us healthy, even though all the targets were resisted, and we were just like, go, 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 go. We're +3, this should count. And GG. That was really fun. I think that was the best game of the stream yet. Zoe, if you're still around, what do you think? Jesus, that game was like, what, 50? I felt like it was going to go to time soon. Alright, so we unfortunately have hit the 2-hour mark already, which is, time is flying. It feels like we just had the last break. I'm going to go away for a few minutes, because I know there's a couple new people in chat, so I'll explain it a bit better. I didn't last time. I don't like having pre-rolls in my stream. I much prefer having my ads in, like, segments every hour, just because, like, say I go against somebody that everybody else wants to see, like, I've gotten paired against, like, Cybertron and stuff before, right? So say I go against Cybertron and you send like a link to your friends like, yo, Ruby's playing Cybertron, and then boom, they get hit with pre-roll ads. They don't get to see the action. So I much prefer not having pre-rolls, so that if anybody wants to come into the stream, they can enjoy it right away. So every hour we do 3 minutes of ads, just so we have an hour without pre-rolls. So I'll be right back while we have the ads. Nobody go anywhere. We'll be back soon. And Zoe, if you could you find the timestamp for the VOD for that game so I can send it to people, including Uva here? Really appreciate that if you could. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And Zoe, it's okay if you can't find it. I can try to find it later, because I'll probably want to send that to people. That was crazy. Oh, Senlair, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And how are you doing today, friend? Haven't seen you in a while. Another Okie Dokie, but this time without Lunala. Okay. Oh, hi, Shy Guy. Okay, sure. We've got a viewer battle going on. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so we tried doing funny Miraidon stuff, which didn't work out as well because of the Landorus. So I think we're gonna go Groudon Lilligant this time. And we're not going to bother bringing Bolt. I think Miraidon is still good for post-Trick Room, or not post-Trick Room, like late game, just because we'll outspeed the Lando later. Lando Eliki. I think we just go for Heat Crash into Eliki. Actually, we're gonna bulk up and we're gonna Sleep Powder Eliki. And so the thing is, if they switch to Kyogre and turn off the sun, Lilligant still outspeeds Kyogre. So... yeah. Also, switching the Eliki for Kyogre is a choice. Also, said there, I just noticed your other comments. Just to let you know, this is definitely not like a normal Reg I team. This is me just being silly. That's a faster Lando. I think we just straight up lose because the Sleep Powder missed. I don't have anything for that. I actually have nothing for that. The Sleep Powder miss was too devastating. This is why I don't play Lilligant at regionals anymore, chat. Wait, Shy Guy, you were the one I faced in Milwaukee, right? I'm sorry for forgetting. Was that the same team that you played before? Yeah, I had nothing for you after the Sleep Powder missed, unfortunately. The speed of your Lando also caught me off guard. Maybe I should go for a Jolly Lilligant. Actually, I'm not really attacking with Lilligant often. Maybe we should definitely go Jolly. Chat, can you try to remind me after this game to switch up Lilligant's nature? That would be very, very helpful. I mean, it worked for you. It worked for you there, and it seemed to work fine in Milwaukee. What was your final record? It was 4-4, right? Like, his 4-4 is definitely not bad, especially in a new regional, like a new format regional. They're always like a bit harder. Oh, 3-5. I'm sorry. I mean, 3-5 still honestly isn't the worst. Because like I said, like, those are the hardest regionals, are the ones that are new formats. Like, when I was feeling shitty about going 1-3 in Milwaukee, I had a nice chat with Save Live VGC, Brian Lazzetto, and he was like even telling me, he's like, Ruby, your worst regionals were this one in Baltimore. Like, that just says more about new formats being harder than you as a player, and that honestly made me feel a lot better. Ryan is a really nice guy. We had I've talked before about this, but we had dinner together on the flight back from Hawaii. Like, we were both waiting for our flights, and like there was a big busy airport Burger King in Honolulu, and like I had like a little table to myself, and he's like, "Oh yo, Pokemon people, thank God." And then after Ryan left, Lorseed came by, and I had a nice conversation with him. The biggest meta pair right now is Miraidon plus Lunala. But it's like Miraidon It's like Miraidon, Lunala, Koraidon, Kali Ice, Kali Shadow, Tropicus. And then like Zama. I think like in that order. Uva Sable VGC is a content creator from Canada. He's a really, really good VGC player. He's one of the top in the country. His actual name is Ryan Lazzetto. Zacian's okay, but like, it still just suffers from the fact that Zacian's just worse in this gen. The problem with Giratina Origin, Ryan, Shy Guy, is that like it's also just Giratina Origin. It's just not very great. Ah. Oh, that's fine. I was just gonna encore the I was just gonna try and encore the cosmic toxic specs. That's fine. Yeah, we have a defense boost, so that doesn't hurt that much, and we have the Covert cloak, so they don't get the special attack drop. I'm gonna Electro Drift with the Grim Snarl, and actually I'm gonna Draco, the Gastrodon, and I'll Encore Grim Snarl. Nice! Encore Locket to Reflect, let's go! Kali Ice. I think Electro Drift plus Foul Play would probably really hurt. So we go ahead and do that. They do have Light Screen, but we are +1 in Electric Terra. So like the neutral Electro Charge should, the Electro Drift should definitely hurt. And if they protect, we can Encore Lock it. Wow, no protect, they're just rawing this, okay. Ooh. And we dodged the Leech Seed, just to add insult to injury. Very nice. Let's go. Oh god, is this Eric Mendoza? It is Eric Mendoza. Oh boy. This doesn't feel unwinnable. It's just gonna be like annoying. I think this is fine. He won't be able to fake out Miraidon, which is nice. So we can get some setup right away, and we can like encore the Smeargle. It's fine. Smeargle, Muck Enjoyer, Eric Mendoza. Oh, it's definitely gonna be minimized Muck. With Psych Up Lugia, and Psych Up Cresselia, and Co-Star Flamigo. Eric Mendoza, my opponent, is like is sort of like the known internet personality who does this. I don't have a way to get rid of the boosts. Oh, why did I encore? I literally knew he was going. He had follow me locked. I'm so dumb. That's fine. Oh, I should have Terra Oranguru. That's fine, because I planned on terraing it. That's fine, it's fine. And he goes for the Terra on his, what, Smeargle? Muck? His Muck, okay. Grass Terra on the Muck. That's annoying. Oh, my other answer for the Muck guys is Heat Crash. I'm pretty sure Heat Crash always hits a minimized Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it's one of those things. Yeah, okay, Heat Crash always hits. We're fine, we're fine. We literally have an answer. Haze is not really good on teams where you're using your own boost, Zuva. I can't really run Haze on this team. I'm going for bulk up stuff and combine stuff. Hi, Bugs. Sandlayer, no. So Heat Crash does not bypass accuracy checks normally, but it has a specific interaction with if a Pokemon uses Minimize. If the opponent uses Minimize, Heat Crash will always hit, and the damage is doubled. It's really unique and specific. Yo, hit the drift. Does that just KO? We are +2. Oh, hell yeah. Now, even through multi-scale, I think Electro Drift will kill here. We're +2, Electric Terrain, Electric Terra. There is a... It does have the Electro Drift, like, extra effect. Oh, very nice. And the crit. Ooh, unfortunate. No, exactly, Zoe. I love Eric as a personality, and he's, like, the one person who was, like, allowed to play Spherical Muck and get away with it. But it is still satisfying, like, getting the win. Yo, hitting everything today. Ghost Rider is just Goat Rider, actually. That's the plan, Uva. Oh, delicious. GG's, Eric. Uva, don't talk like that to other chatters, please. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure the literal first rule on my list of rules is be nice. Okay, never mind. It's don't post links. But number 2 is don't be hateful. And like, shut the fuck up's not the most hateful thing, but my whole shtick is I like everybody to be nice. There's enough toxic meanness in the world. I try to keep my Discord and my chat a nice, happy place. Okay, this looks interesting. This feels like something we should be able to beat relatively easily with this combination. With Iron Hands and Guru in the back. We don't want to stack up on the Calyrex weaknesses. GG's, Eric. Always a pleasure to see you in the stream. Not looking for new mods right now, Eric, but thank you. I doubt they're gonna wide guard. So coaching feels fine. Because even if they power whip or Woodhammer, we should take it pretty comfortably after one coaching. Or they just spiky shield, that works. Yeah. That's not really the end of the world at all. And now I think I just go for a Heat Crash to Ogre. Yeah, but Heat Crash, just Heat Crash and close combat the Ogre, I think. No Wide Guard for my opponent is a choice. Oh, it has Protect, so it probably doesn't have Wide Guard. Little more damage than I'm comfortable with, and then this probably kills. That's unfortunate. Should have Terra'd. Okay. That was kind of our main game plan here. Not really sure what we do now. I'm gonna go Wild Charge, Terra, Wild Charge, Lunala, and like, I guess we could stack coaching in Iron Hands. That could be really useful. Probably switching out Ogre Pawn for Indeedee. So yeah, they didn't want me to fake out, and Lunala can just do what it wants now. Maybe they went for Expanding Force. So dropping the Expanding Force weakness and picking up a bit of extra damage on Wild Charge, those both feel like nice things. Yeah, this Expanding Force doesn't do a whole lot of hands. I think... Okay, we're gonna go Drain Punch into a DD. We're gonna go for another coaching. Before Iron Hands goes down. Or sorry, before Lilligant goes down. Let's just turn Iron Hands into like a tank. Yep, that's fine. Of course it has Meteor Beam. Of course it has Meteor Beam and Expanding Force and Moongeist Beam and Protect. Who wouldn't run that moveset on Lunala? Oh well. My biggest mistake was not tearing the Groudon, but that felt like the obvious call, so yeah. Can't win from this position, unfortunately. Okay. Same thing we've been seeing. I think overall the more consistent game plan into this team is probably going to be our own Groudon. They have terrain, so Raging Bolt would be good. And Hands. I don't really know how to position my Miraidon into that, so... Well, Senlair, there's a good chance the Primals will come back in Pokemon Champions. It feels like with the next game they want to do for VGC, if Champions ends up being that, it'll let them mix and match things like Terra and Mega Evolution, etc. a lot more. So I think that would be really exciting. So Miraidon for Rigorath's not the lead I was expecting. But it certainly works out. In case of Terra from Miraidon, I'm just gonna go for like coaching first. Cause I doubt they're gonna double into Lillian. And if they go for Dazzling Gleam, then I'll go for Fire Terra next turn. Also, I'm looking at the full arts for like the next Pokemon set, like the next card game set. I want this Nidoking for my collection so badly. It's so badass. I love this Nidoking. Oh, speak of the devil, there's the Fairy Terra, so I guess they're going for Dazzling Gleam. If Lilligant actually lives this turn, we can just go for like another coaching and then Terra Fire Precipice Blades. That'll hit really nice. Trick Room. Okay. Let's go for... No worries, Uva. Thanks for sticking around. I guess I'll switch to Lilligant for Hands, then. Trick? Why would they trick me? Maybe they're expecting a fast Groudon? I don't know what they're thinking. Terrifier Precipice Blades should be good. Should do at least half the Miraidon, and then we can finish off Rigorath next turn with low kick. I feel okay right now about where we're positioned. Psychic Noise, sure. Nice. Alright, solid damage from Rhydon with Blades, and that's fine. We can Drain Punch the Rigorath to get a little bit of HP back this turn. We just can't Drain Punch next turn. I mean, presumably they'll Psychic Noise Iron Hands, so... Oh, foul play the Groudon, okay. Crit the foul play into Groudon, okay! What the fuck? Yeah. All right. Frustrating. Frustrating. Alright, Fred, what have you got for me? Okay, more Trick Room stuff. Looks like they're taking a little bit of a page out of, like Chalpo's book with the Palkia Calyrex size spam. So I'll try this, see if this can work out. Probably gonna call it soon. It's been a slow morning to wake up for me, and I definitely have a lot of other stuff to work on today. But as you guys have seen in the schedule, there are 4 streams this week as opposed to 3. So we'll be doing this team all week regardless of how it goes. We might tweak it or change it up as we go. But this general idea of a team, we'll keep it going for the whole week. Unless I get really angry at it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go Electro Drift, Instruct into Calyrex, and hopefully we can take it out. Okay, so they are switching in DD, and they're not going for fake outs. That's good. No worries, Senlair. I'm probably going to be done after this game or another one. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for coming by. It's good to chat with you again. If they don't go for Trick Room, that'd be a pretty crazy turn. Okay, they're going for the Terra Expanding Force. I don't know if we live that, is the problem. If they go for Follow Me, maybe we live it. If they go for Helping Hand, no, we don't. Okay, Follow Me. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, we don't do a whole lot of damage. both of them. Let's go. Alright, now we can just go Parabolic Charge and Festus Blades. Get some HP back. Potentially take out one or the other. Oh, they just conceded. Okay, we'll do one more then. I wanted to stop after this battle, but that was super short, so we'll do one more. Razor, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing great. Welcome to the stream. Nice, nice. What kind of team are you playing? Okay, this feels like another really good one for Miraidon. So we'll go Miraidon, Guru, Groudon, Bolt. Again, yeah. Miraidon, Ice Rider, fair enough. I was testing that pretty heavily before Milwaukee. I ended up switching to Ho-Oh and I kind of regretted it. Ho-Oh ended up really not being the call. Okie Dogies are a really fun mod. I've seen a couple of them on... well, I haven't actually seen the Okie Dogie come out, but I've seen a couple teams with it today. They probably don't want to bring Okie Dogie in front of a Groudon, so... Okay, Robo Grimmsnarl is not the best thing for us to see, but not really the worst. It lets us get set up, okay? I'm gonna encore the Grimmsnarl so that after their first turn, they can't just start spamming Spirit Break. Yep, locking into the light screen, that's what we're doing. Start the Combine spam. Oh, that's not gonna hurt at all. Now I'm gonna go for... Honestly, it feels pretty safe to go for another Combine. So I'm gonna go Combine Instruct, so we have 3 Combines. And that way Kali's Shadow is not something we're scared of at all. And Zamazenta is something we're already not super scared of because we have a defense boost. Yep, and that's going to be Zamazenta probably. So we're just getting 2 Combines off, which is really nice. Yeah, Razor, pretty much. That's the idea. Now, if they read this and they go for the wide guard, it's going to be really annoying. But, okay, Terra Calyrex. Terra Dark Calyrex. I guess they're going for the Oranguru. Which I think is fine. Whatever damage they deal to Calyrex, to Miraidon with Body Press will likely heal back off Parabolic Charge anyway. It does suck if we lose that. We'll probably lose Oranguru now, though. Yep, okay. And it was a crit, okay. They're faster than Zamazenta. That's a little crazy. Not gonna lie. Because usually they're not that fast. Now, I feel like the Zamazenta would definitely wide guard here, now that they've seen the Parabolic Charge. So we're gonna go Electro Drift into Zama, and Thunderclap Cali. Yeah, we're pretty slow right on Razor. We're running the same spread as the Milwaukee winning team. So 158 speed. Oh, that's rough. It's also rough that they didn't wide guard, even though it would have hurt me. Okay. If this kills the Zamazenta, then we're fine. Because we now see how much the Astral does to us, and it wasn't a whole lot. And they can't Astral plus Grassy Glide because we need the Thunderclap, because they would want to stop the Thunderclap from Raging Bolt. So I think Parabolic Charge plus Thunderclap is a pretty safe play here. So it's either like protect Grassy Glide or like protect Fake Out, or they go Grassy Glide Astral Barrage, but then Calyrex dies. It looks like they have a good spot, but I don't think they do. Yep, Calyrex protects, and that's kind of ideal. Because Rillaboom's going to deal some damage, we're going to get the health back. Or we'll get the health back first, I guess. I think that's solid damage for this. High horsepower. Oh, no. Oh, they don't have Grassy Glide priority anymore. Okay, no, we're fine. Okay. Because I think Astral still doesn't kill Miraidon. So we go Parabolic Charge, and we go Heat Crash into Rilla. Or that works too. I think now we're just going to get extra HP back from Parabolic Charge and possibly kill Grimmsnarl. Yo, and Groudon lives. Let's go. Get all that HP back. Solid. And then Calyrex goes down. And Grimmsnarl goes down. Fuck yeah. Alright, so I think that's GG. I'll Parabolic Charge, get a little bit of HP back. Oh, one more turn of Light Screen. I'll Parabolic Charge, and I'll Protect this turn. Because we live 1 high horsepower after getting HP back. Or they Grassy Glide Groudon, and we just get HP back for free. That works too. That's what we like to see. And we'll Parabolic Charge again because of the Light Screen still. They probably are going to go for Groudon again. So we'll just go for the Heat Crash, let them take out Groudon. It's honestly fine. Because now the Light Screen will be done, and then we can finish them off with like a nice clean break over here. Miraidon was not intended to be played this way, but we love it. GG's. That was a really fun one to end the stream on, I think so. Alright guys, like I said, I think we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna see if there's anybody I feel like raiding. We'll give Bootleg Flanders a raid. They gave me a raid the other day, and they stuck around to hang out and chat, so that was really nice. Bootleg Flanders. Alright guys, I will see what the ranking is first. We'll back out and check the rank. So we didn't have an insane run today, but we mostly were like win-loss, win-loss. So 34-23 is not bad at all. Alright guys, we're gonna raid now. Everybody be nice to Bootleg Flanders. They were a really nice person to me when they raided. And I love you all so much. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching the stream. Bye!